Standing ovation.
Yeah.
Standing ovation.
Now everybody starts coming. This is SESAC
SESAC
TV.
TV.
Yeah.
Everyone has a TV show now.
I know.
Andy Warhol was right. For SESAC, it's a beautiful thing.
Well, we're so glad to have you as a writer at SESAC.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
A SESAC writer. Look what I have.
I know. Do you know what that's about, Paul?
No, I don't. Is it the shape of a CD?
Well, I believe that you're getting the Legacy Award tonight.
How about that? Now, Legacy Award is, I'm going to say a few things when I come up and receive it. I don't want to give anything away, but I'm very proud, thrilled, and honored to receive.
And now we have come to a special place in our award program where I'd like to invite one of the esteemed co-chairmen of SESAC to present one of our highest honors. Ladies and gentlemen, SESAC co-chairman, Mr. Freddie Gershon.
This is not about the most performances of a particular song this year, or last year, or the year before. This is a legacy award to honor someone who is one person who's contributed a lot to the music business through their artistic integrity, their generosity of spirit. And that person is Paul Shaffer. Paul Shaffer asked me to make this funny, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to play it straight because he's a funny guy anyway, and I'm not going to compete with him. But he's made a special place for himself in our community because he contributes so much of himself as a musician, as a comedian, as a composer, to every single cause. He's encyclopedic in his knowledge of music. It's what makes him so successful. And as a human being, he is sincere. He brings integrity and honor to the world of music, and we should all feel prouder for being part of the music community because of Paul Shaffer. Paul is from Canada. He's proud that he's from Canada. He started in Canada. He was in Godspell and in The Magic Show, where he was a musical director. And then he came to America, and he was discovered by all of us on Saturday Night Live. First, he was outrageous in the band. It was the best band on television. Then he began to do funny bits, sketches, more and more outrageous sketches that made us laugh. He was a musical director for John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd in the Blues Brothers. And for 25 years, he's been not just David Letterman's sidekick, he's been the musical director, he's his buddy, he's become an indelible part of television as seen all over the world. But that's not all. In addition to that, Paul Shaffer has been nominated for 2 Grammy solo albums. He has recorded with Diana Ross, B.B. King, Cyndi Lauper, Yoko Ono, Cher, Chicago, Robert Plant, Warren Zevon, legendary bluegrass virtuoso Earl Scruggs. He's performed with Gloria Estefan, Paul McCartney, Faith Hill, and the late, great James Brown. He led the band in the finale of the Live Aid concert. He conducted the closings of the Olympic Games, and he's the musical director of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But there's more. He's also a songwriter. And for those of you, and I know there's no one out there who's pitching any songs. I know none of you have ever been rejected. But for those of you who ever have, don't ever get discouraged. I want you to hear this. A zillion artists turned down a song that Paul wrote with his collaborator, Paul Jabara. Among the people who said no were Donna Summer, Diana Ross, Cher, Chaka Khan, Aretha Franklin, Gloria Gaynor, and Barbra Streisand. Not to worry. The song went on to be a giant hit. I don't mean a giant hit, I mean a giant hit. #1 in America, #1, 2, and 3 in 25 countries of the world. It sold 6 million copies. It's still being played. It's still being recorded. It's Raining Men. Paul Shaffer, okay? Now, I don't want to feel, you don't think I'm stuttering if I say doctor, but Paul Shaffer is a doctor 2 times over because he has 2 honorary doctorate degrees. He's the national spokesperson for Epilepsy Canada, and because he has a heart of gold and he's a loving son, he recently made a substantial contribution to Lakehead University to honor his father, Bernard Shaffer. Now, this is about excellence, it's about integrity, it's about morality, it's about doing something more than just being a wonderful musician, which he clearly is. Excellence is what the following people have in common. I'm going to give you some names, and they all have one thing in common: excellence and one other thing. The soccer player Pele, Teddy Pendergrass, Gordon Parks, Marian Anderson, Nick Ashford and Valerie Simpson, Roy Campanella, Carmen McRae, Melvin Van Peebles, Quincy Jones, Ossie Davis, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Ornette Coleman, Bob Marley, Harry Belafonte, Dionne Warwick, Muhammad Ali, Louis Armstrong, Tito Puente, Althea Gibson, Sugar Ray Robinson, Jackie Robinson, Willie Mays, Duke Ellington, Ella Fitzgerald. What do they have in common? They are all in the Black Sports Hall of Fame, National Black Sports and Entertainment Hall of Fame. And so is Tony Bennett, Frank Sinatra, Dave Brubeck, and, ladies and gentlemen, Maestro Paul Shaffer. So I think you get the idea that this is a man who has conducted his personal and professional life with his colleagues in the music business with morality, conscience, ethics, generosity of spirit, and is deserving of the Legacy Award. And we've honored him, we are honored to honor him because he's part of our SESAC family. Look to the screens and see a little itsy bit of what it's like to be Paul Shaffer.
Oh, what's going on here? Hi. Hi, guys. Ari Kufkin, Polymer Records.
When I was a kid, rather than buy records, some of you out there may remember what that means. I used to learn how to play them on the piano.
My good friend Pablo Shaffer.
Oh, yeah! And play the hits of the day. The Isley Brothers, the Shirelles, and the British Invasion.
It's me. That's what it's happening. It's me.
You know, growing up in Canada, on the North Shore of Lake Superior, I was a little bit far from
Thunder Bay is proud to lay claim to work with the hippest cats in show business.
where the action was.
Please say hello to the hippest man in America, Mr. Paul Shaffer.
You pretty much now the arbiter of American hip?
He said it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Paul Shaffer.
It's been great to come to New York and seek out so many of the people really that made the music that influenced me as a kid, that really made me love music as much as I do, especially in my capacity as a musical director on the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
I need everybody in the house to stand up and party with me and Paul Shaffer. If you need a little loving, call on me. Sing your song, son.
So much goes into success as a songwriter, and I couldn't tell you how the hell to start.
He's a national treasure. He's a musical genius, ladies and gentlemen.